Tokyo is a paradise for ramen lovers. But beyond the famous chains and crowded tourist spots exists a world that few people ever see, a secret, flavorful universe hidden in narrow alleys, behind vending machines, inside tiny basements, and deep within old neighborhoods. Today, we begin the ultimate ramen treasure hunt. Discovering Tokyo's most elusive shops, the ones without signs, without advertising, yet serving some of the most unforgettable bowls in Japan. Grab your chopsticks. This is going to be delicious. In Tokyo, hidden ramen shops are not necessarily secret. They're just hard to find. Some have no name on the door. Some are tucked away behind convenience stores. Some open only 2 hours a day. Others serve only 10 bowls per morning, and when it's gone, it's gone. These shops aren't trying to be mysterious. They're simply run by ramen masters who care more about flavor than fame. They've poured their entire lives into perfecting a single bowl, creating a culinary experience that you just can't find in a guidebook. It's a devotion to craft over commerce. And that's what makes the hunt so rewarding. These are the places where the true heart of Tokyo's food culture beats, quietly and powerfully, waiting to be discovered. Our journey starts where tourists rarely wander, the backstreets of Shimokutuzawa, the quiet alleys of Kanda, the old wooden shopping arcades of Minowa, and Nakano's maze-like side streets. In these places, ramen shops blend into everyday life. There are no neon signs or flashy banners, just a faint smell of broth drifting through the air, a clue that something special is nearby. Sometimes you follow the aroma. Sometimes you follow a line of locals that seems to lead to nowhere. This is ramen hunting in its purest form. You rely on your senses, a little bit of luck, and the subtle cues of the neighborhood. A simple curtain, a single red lantern, or the quiet murmur of happy diners can be the only sign that you're about to taste something incredible. Our first discovery lies underground, literally. Down a narrow staircase near Ueno Station, we find a 6-seat basement shop run by a master who has been perfecting his tonkotsu broth for 35 years. The shop is tiny, quiet, and smells absolutely heavenly. The broth. It's rich, it's creamy, and it's slow-cooked for a full 20 hours. The owner barely speaks. He lets his ramen speak for him. Each bowl is a masterpiece of balance and depth. Locals call it the closest thing to Hakata ramen outside Kyushu, and after one sip, you understand why. It coats your tongue with a profound pork flavor that's both intense and comforting. This isn't just a meal, it's a legacy served in a bowl. Next, in a back alley of Kanji, we discover a shop with no name, just a simple white norin curtain and a vending machine outside. Tourists walk past it every single day without even noticing. Inside, the chef uses an old-fashioned shoyu broth, simmered in an iron pot that has been seasoned over decades of continuous use. But the real highlight here, the noodles. They are handmade every single morning, with a perfect chewiness that you can only get from fresh dough. The combination of the deep, soy sauce-infused broth and these incredible noodles is pure magic. This place is famous only among locals, a treasured secret that proves some of the best food in Tokyo is hiding in plain sight. It may very well serve one of the city's finest traditional shoyu bowls. Some hidden ramen shops challenge you with time, not location. In Kitasenju, a legendary spot opens from 6:30 in the morning to 8 am and that's it. Every morning, blue-collar workers line up quietly, waiting for a bowl, known for its light but deeply flavorful broth. It's a morning ritual for the neighborhood. The owner is over 70 years old, and his philosophy is simple. He says, ramen tastes best in the morning when the mind is calm. Eating here feels less like having breakfast and more like a form of meditation. The delicate, clear soup warms you from the inside out, preparing you for the day ahead. This is ramen as a spiritual experience. But not all hidden shops are traditional. In a small second-floor kitchen in Nakamiguro, a young chef is creating experimental bowls that push the boundaries of what ramen can be. We're talking yuzu salt ramen with fragrant citrus peel, spicy miso with a dollop of smoked butter, and even a truffle shoyu hybrid broth that is out of this world. He learned from famous ramen masters but wanted to build something entirely new, something personal. The shop only seats 8 people, and the menu changes weekly, depending on his inspiration and the season's best ingredients. Finding this place feels like joining a secret club for dedicated ramen enthusiasts, a place where innovation and passion are served fresh every day. Tokyo's hidden ramen shops remind us of something important. True culinary mastery doesn't need bright signs or big marketing campaigns. It lives in small kitchens, in decades of craftsmanship, and in recipes passed down quietly from one generation to the next. These shops represent the soul of Japanese ramen culture, a delicate balance of tradition, passion, and absolutely unforgettable flavor. They are a testament to the idea that the quality of the product is all that truly matters. To find them, you don't need a map. You need curiosity, you need patience, and you definitely need a good nose. The reward is a taste of authenticity that you simply can't buy. This was just a taste of Tokyo's hidden ramen world. Countless more secret shops are waiting in the city's backstreets, ready to surprise you with bowls you'll remember forever. So next time you come to Tokyo, don't just follow the crowds. Follow the aroma. Follow the alleyways. Follow the locals. Your perfect bowl of ramen may be just around the corner, hidden from sight, but unforgettable in flavor. If you know a secret ramen spot in Japan, I'd love to hear about it, so share it in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Tokyo is famous for its ramen, but the true magic isn't in the big chains or the tourist hotspots. It's hidden in small alleys, down underground staircases, behind vending machines, and inside tiny shops that only locals seem to know about. Today, we're following a group of foreign tourists as they discover Tokyo's hidden ramen restaurants for the very first time. Their reactions are real. Their experiences are unforgettable. Let's begin the journey. Most tourists arrive in Tokyo expecting to eat some amazing ramen, but what they often imagine are huge restaurants, with bright, flashy signs and menus written in English. The reality they find is often quite different. Instead, they stumble upon these tiny, intimate spaces with only 5 or 6 seats. Instead of a menu, there's a ticket machine with handwritten labels. And instead of a large kitchen staff, there's a single chef who has been perfecting their craft for decades. For many visitors, this is the first clue that they're about to taste something truly authentic, something special. It's a bit of a culture shock, but it's also the start of an incredible food adventure. Our first traveler, Emma from London, was on a mission to find a famous hidden ramen shop in the bustling district of Shibuya. She actually walked right past it 3 times before she realized where it was. Honestly, I thought it was a storage room. There was no sign, just a simple Norin curtain hanging in the doorway and a lone vending machine outside. But the moment I stepped inside, the most incredible smell of broth hit me. And I just thought, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. Inside, she found just 6 seats, 1 master chef, and a rich tonkotsu broth that had been slowly simmered for 18 hours. After her meal, Emma left the shop completely speechless, transformed by the experience. Next, we head to Nakano, where Lucas from France discovered a no-name ramen shop hidden away beneath an old shopping arcade. The broth, I can't even describe it. It was so rich and complex, but somehow not heavy at all. It was just perfect. I tried to ask the chef how he makes it, but he just smiled and said one word: secret. That little shop has no website, no social media presence, and definitely no advertising. Its only promotion is the line of local customers that forms outside every single night. For Lucas, it didn't just feel like eating a meal. It felt like discovering a culinary treasure chest, a secret kept safe by the neighborhood. So, this brings up a common question many tourists have. Why are these amazing places so hard to find? Why are they so hidden? The answer is actually quite simple, and it speaks volumes about the philosophy behind Japanese cuisine. First, these master chefs value quality far more than popularity. They prefer to serve small, perfect batches, rather than cater to massive crowds. This allows for a more personal level of service and ensures every single bowl is flawless. They also thrive on the loyalty of their regular local customers, who have been coming for years. And some chefs simply believe that truly good ramen needs no sign, the flavor speaks for itself. These shops aren't intentionally hiding from tourists. They're protecting the centuries-old culture and tradition that makes ramen so special. Our next story comes from Sofia, who's visiting from Barcelona. She found a hidden sheer ramen shop in the Meguro area and almost turned away. She thought the shop was completely full because it was so quiet and nobody seemed to be moving. But when she peeked inside, she realized everyone was just focused. I've never seen people eat with such respect and concentration. There was no conversation, no one was on their phone. There was absolutely no noise. Just a quiet appreciation for the food. I honestly felt like I had entered a temple dedicated to ramen. For Sofia, this meal became more than just a meal. It was a profound introduction to the deep respect and mindfulness at the heart of Japanese food culture. Now, let's head over to Ikebukuro Station, where Ethan from the USA found a tiny, spicy miso ramen shop tucked away behind a laundromat of all places. If a shop like this existed back in New York, people would wait in line for 2 hours just to get a seat. And here it is, literally hidden behind a washing machine. I just can't believe how incredibly good it is. His bowl was a masterpiece, handmade noodles with the perfect chew, a fiery broth that had been simmered for 14 hours, and slices of charred pork that were grilled right in front of him. The explosion of flavor in that single bowl completely changed his understanding of what ramen could and should be. As foreign visitors explore these hidden gems, they quickly learn the unwritten rules of the ramen world. They learn to buy a ticket from the vending machine first, often with a little help from a friendly local. They learn not to talk too loudly, respecting the quiet focus of the space. They discover that slurping your noodles isn't rude. In fact, it's considered a sign of enjoyment. They also learn that some shops only serve 30 or 40 bowls a day, and when they're gone, they're gone. And most importantly, they notice the chef is always watching, not to judge, but to care, ensuring every customer has a perfect experience. For many tourists, this feels like stepping into a whole new world, a world where food is treated with incredible precision, passion, and artistry. In Asakusa, Maria and Jacob from Germany discovered their favorite ramen shop entirely by accident, led only by their senses. We were just walking through the back streets and suddenly we smelled something absolutely delicious. We literally followed the smell down an alley, just like in a cartoon. The shop had only 5 seats and no menu in English at all. But the chef saw we were lost and just pointed to his signature bowl. He recommended it with a smile, and it was hands down the best soup I have ever tasted in my entire life. Their discovery wasn't planned or researched, it was pure instinct, leading them to a moment of pure magic. So, why do these experiences matter so much? Why do they leave such a lasting impression on travelers? These hidden ramen shops give tourists something truly priceless, a sense of genuine authenticity. They offer a real adventure, a taste of deep-rooted tradition, and a story they will tell their friends and family for years to come. These small, humble shops truly reflect the soul of Tokyo, passionate, dedicated, and quietly extraordinary. They remind us that the best things in life are often not the loudest or the most obvious, but the ones you have to search for. In the end, Tokyo's hidden ramen scene is not just about food, it's about connection, it's about culture, and it's about the thrill of discovery. So, if you're planning your first trip to Japan, our advice is this: don't just follow the guidebooks, follow your curiosity. Follow the locals into that small alley. Follow that incredible aroma wafting from a basement door. Your perfect bowl of ramen might be closer, and more wonderfully hidden, than you could ever think. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.